I came across this quote by coach John Wooden. He says, "Do not let what you cannot do interfere with what you can do." Now, just to introduce him, he was a great basketball coach who achieved great things. He coached at UCLA and he had an unprecedented coaching tenure, leading his team to numerous victories. He was inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame as both a player and a coach, and is revered for his coaching philosophy. His impact on basketball and his emphasis on life values left a lasting legacy in sports coaching. So you may be wondering, why am I talking about basketball coach? One of the things that was interesting about him is he focused on getting the basics right. So for example, he taught his players how to put their socks on so they didn't get blisters. So what's all of this got to do with someone with a health challenge? So let's remind ourselves of the quote, "Do not let what you cannot do interfere with what you can do." It's completely understandable if you are experiencing a health challenge that you have to grieve losses. For example, the loss of not being able to work, study, socialise, have fun, exercise, etc. Doing things you want to do. And it's important not to get stuck in focusing on what you can't do. This is a form of resistance to your current situation. Ultimately, it's important to get to a place of acceptance of where you are right now. That does not mean accepting the condition as a forever thing. Remember, your body is still working to keep you safe and to heal. Symptoms are a way of signalling to you that your body is doing its best to heal. Now, the good news is that you have neuroplasticity on your side. Neuroplasticity is the capacity of the brain to grow with use. So whatever we focus on and whatever we practice, we get good at. If we practice generating anxiety and fear, catastrophizing, then we get better at that. And we can allow the fear to take over. Or we can do the following. The first thing is to focus on what your body can still do. Your heart can still beat. You can still breathe. You can still make active choices on what to focus on. Sometimes people say to me, "I haven't got the energy to focus on anything. I'm so tired." If that's the case, then that means you haven't got the energy to focus on generating anxiety. And I can relate to that because at certain points when I had ME, CFS, fibromyalgia, I was so exhausted. I didn't have the energy to think. So the second thing is that you can connect to the part of you that is wise. This wise part of you has shown up many times in your life. It's like the blue sky. It's always there. But sometimes we forget that, okay? You've responded to challenging situations in resourceful ways many times. How often do you remind yourself of that? So that wise part of you can take care of the part of you that's scared, just like a parent would take care of a scared child. Recognizing this, that you have this part of you that is wise, is a mindset shift. The third thing you can do is to practice techniques to soothe yourself. You can start really small by practicing techniques just for 1 minute. For example, you could practice somatic exercises, breathing techniques, doing really gentle stretching or doing some qigong. You could practice the havening technique. Google it. You could practice the timeout relaxation technique. This is a technique I created. It's this really simple way of giving your brain something to focus on. If you'd like that technique, comment time below and I will PM you the link. You could practice listening to guided relaxations. Again, I've created some. If you'd like some of these, comment relax below. And you could add to this list, what are the things that you do that you find useful when you need to soothe yourself? So remember, focusing on what you can do does take practice, but you've got time to practice. I am going to be doing a live session where I talk about tools and strategies that can promote mind-body healing. Comment below if you'd like to know more. Keep going. You've got this. Wishing you great health.